What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a fantastic day. It's about 6:20. We're about to leave, and unfortunately, I went to go see the Chinese acrobats in Mobile last night. Got home late. It was dragging, and wasn't a good value of my time. And I was expecting something along the lines of Cirque du Soleil and everything. However, the great thing is I did have the money to go and do it. I did have that choice. I had that freedom. So now we are headed to the job site. Mike, rake this area up, put it in some buckets, dump it in the trailer out front, and then start digging down to expose these, because we're going to have to dig this way and then dig along that way. But until I get back, just dig in that area to uncover those pipes. All right, about 7:30. We ought to stop by one job site, actually two, measured up some wire. We're buying some now. It's going to be a very expensive day. Wire's not cheap, folks. Well, we're waiting on the guy because he's going to come back and get us some wire. So I'm just going to get me a seat right here. I wish I had some coffee. You know, I had a guy contact me. His name's Gary, and he's on disability. And because I said, get off the couch and make something happen, he said it really hit home and it resonated with him, and so he had to do that. And he started a junk removal business and doing quite well right now. And that's just such an awesome testimony, especially being that he can't drive or anything like that. He's got trouble as far as, working the phone, because he has to wait for it to come back. Like when he does pricing with customers, it just takes a while. You and I can read the screen on the phone, but he can't. He has to wait for it to speak back to him. Probably about $280 worth. Well, as you can see, I was totally wrong. Been a crazy day, but we got a lot accomplished right here. All right, well, yesterday was kind of eventful. Had some situations happen, and we'll just say that some things have been put on hold, and we're having to move forward kind of with that. Making progress getting the house up. They're busy hooking up the commode at one of the other rentals. We had to replace the floor. We bought a place that was in bad shape, okay? Really hadn't had any maintenance done to it for a very long time. And these are where you find your deals at. However, you got to put in that elbow grease and everything, and, put the things back together or go in there money on them and everything. So, it is a slow grind, but it builds a lot of equity, so to speak. And then when it's owner financed, it's even that much sweeter, because it's kind of like using somebody else's money to grow your wealth and get the leverage. Yesterday, we wrapped up the day, went and did a roof estimate with a lady, ended up getting that contract signed. And, the whole texture of selling roofs in my area has changed tremendously. Basically, all the insurance money is gone, okay? Most all the roofs had been completed from when Hurricane, I think it was not Sally, but whatever we had 2.5, 3 years ago and everything. When it ripped through here, there's a lot of money to be made, and capitalized on that, did the dump trailer hustle, made money with it. And so things have changed, and a lot of it is right now is just because people have roofs that have not been replaced in over 15 years. And in my area, the insurance company is saying we're not going to write policy on your property longer, okay? It's a huge problem in this state. I don't know what the solution is. I think that it's probably going to get to the point where people are going to have to put down very large or have large deductibles, probably $5,000 or $10,000, on a house that's $300,000 or $400,000, because generally speaking, if something comes through here like a hurricane, 120, 140 miles an hour or greater, the roof is about the first thing to go. All right. To have a roof that has shingles that's rated for 200 miles an hour is extremely expensive. Most people can't fade that. Okay. Like the roof that I signed last night, it's $14,000. Not a big house. However, it is not cheap, and there's nothing fun about spending money on a roof. Okay. And the dynamics of whatever product you're involved with, I highly recommend that you put time and effort into becoming an expert with it, okay? Now, this is just a blanket generality for the sake of talking on here, but a Corvette or a Harley, it sells itself, okay? A person that's going to buy one of those items already knows, has a picture in their mind as far as what that product is going to do for them, okay? And no matter what decision we make in life, it comes down to one of two things. You're either seeking pleasure or you're trying to avoid pain, all right? Spinning a roof is painful, all right? And virtually the only time that you get somebody to make that decision quick is you go to their house, it's a torrential downpour, they got 5-gallon buckets all over the place catching water as it's coming through the attic, all right? And they're in a lot of pain because of that occurring. And so they're gonna write that check, spend that money quick. Otherwise, you try to sell a roof on a nice day, turns out, you know, it's like weather to go to the beach, probably ain't gonna happen, right? I didn't say it's not, all right? Now, the other thing is that a lot of this money that people are having to use now, they worked for it, they've saved for it, they've invested for it, they're, you know, getting money out of their IRA or their 401k, or, you know, they part of their kids' college fund, I don't know, okay? But it did not come from the insurance company, okay? It did not get given to them, so they're a lot more reluctant to turn loose of it, okay? The reason that I say this to you is that the dynamics of my market have changed, and it's my job to change with it, okay? Guess what? Roofs have a life expectancy, okay? My attitude is, regardless of how bad, how good, where the situation is with the economy, people are going to spend a roof, okay? That's all there is to it. It's my job to be as in tune as much as possible with the way that people are shopping for roofs right now, okay? And so I do a number of things, and I watch a lot of sales videos that are specifically roof related, okay? And again, and I'm not taking anything away from a car salesman, all right? In my belief, and from what other people have shared with me, is that when a person is going in to get that, whatever it is, Z06 Corvette, they're not walking on there looking for, you know, a little 4-banger SUV, and then all of a sudden, boom, we're able to sell them a Corvette. Now, that could happen, okay? But generally speaking, that person's already got it in their mind, all right? Now, guess what? I didn't say that you need to stop selling roofs, say that I'm going to quit selling roofs. I didn't say anything like that. All I said was I had to adjust for my market, okay? Because what ends up happening, and I'll give you a great example, Sears, all right? If you're over the age of 40, more than likely you have shopped in a Sears. If you live in the United States, it's one of the largest retailers, had been around for years, since the 1800s. You used to be able to buy a machine gun out of a Sears catalog back in the 1800s. You think I'm lying? Go and look. They had Tommy machine guns that you could buy with a drum magazine for sale. Could even get them in the mail. Go figure. One of the largest retailers that helped build this country, and was built from the labor of people that worked for a living and then went and spent money there, Sears. Where's Sears now? Basically, it's out of business. Why? Because they did not change with their market. Another great example, Kmart. Big Blue K, hey, you know, did not change with the market. The thing about it is, folks, is that evolution, change is always happening, and it's our job to stay abreast of it, and if you can, stay ahead of it, all right? That's the best position. If not, then stay right with it. But once change passes you by and you're trying to play catch up, 10 times the effort. Not a good position to be in, all right? So there you have it. You know, yesterday was successful. We did make some money, figured out who's got mine. And today I'm supposed to go sign 3 contracts on roofs, okay? I'd put out a bunch of estimates in the last couple of weeks. And so guess what? I've been planting little seeds, and now I'm starting to reap that harvest. My view is, what is it that you're doing? What seeds are you planting today to be able to harvest tomorrow, okay? And if you're not doing anything, guess what you're going to be getting? Nothing. Everybody wants to eat at the table, but very few people want to work in the field. Get off the couch. Do something. As Gary got off the couch and he went and started a junk removal business, one of the coolest things that ever happened was he contacted me and said, this is what happened. And then he drops a bomb on me and says, you know what, I'm legally blind. I can't drive the trucks. I can't pull the trailers or anything like that, but I'm still making it happen. He got off the couch and did something. You get off the couch and do your thing as well. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and if you need 15 minutes of my time, free of charge, you can send me an email. My link's in the, or email's in the description, and I will give you a call. Yesterday I called Dre, he lives over in Louisiana, and I wish you the best of luck, Dre, and hopefully your box truck gets fixed. So that's the whole thing. If you just want 15 minutes of my time, I'm not trying to sell you on my mentorship. Do I offer it? Yes. Will you do better from it? Yes, absolutely. I've never had anybody that's followed any of my suggestions that has not done better, okay? And I'm not want to use me, that's fine. Find somebody that you are willing to use, okay? Because all it's going to do is just exponentially escalate your success coming to you much quicker. Don't drag your feet like I did. Have a wonderful day. All right, here he is. He's ready to go do something. He can spell, so I can't say the word.